Hi, good morning back in sunny Adelaide. They're just heading down to walk the dog this morning. Summer's finally arrived. I'll just flick the camera around so you can have a look. Summer's finally arrived. Beautiful morning. 25 degrees and it's only just after 10 a.m. So I'm going to do my usual walk, which runs usually from Seacliff. This is Seacliff Beach, and I walk north for about 2.5 kilometers, and we get to a little town, Brighton. I've done a video on Brighton before, and I'll probably stop in and have a coffee there, and we'll let Bailey run on the beach on the way there. So lots of people out doing their exercises this morning by the looks of it. People out running along it's a nice spot along here to run. It's got like a communal pathway. You can walk on it, cycle, run and dog walk. It's been busy down here this morning. It's been a slow start to summer, so there hasn't been many people down here. And with this algae bloom that I spoke about before on, I think it was the last video, it has all the dead fish on the sea, which is turning a lot of people off, especially dog walkers. So we'll park up here and we will go for a bit of a walk. Okay, we'll go for a bit of a walk, put Bailey in the lead, and yeah, I think we'll hit the beach. Okay, we're down. So this is Brighton Beach, heading down a little gap through the dunes the way we always make it. Flies are out in force today, as usual. Now I'll just spin it round. Water's looking lovely today. Nice turquoise colour. So that's the way we've just come from. That's where I park along there, and then we just walk through this little trek here. It's a lovely beach, this, and it goes quite a ways. So if you look south up that way, that's you have Seacliff, and it bends around and goes to Marino, and up the top of that hill is Halla Cove. That's where I live. So all the Surf Life-Saving Club is out today, if you can see them there. They teach all the kids Saturday, Sunday mornings, all life-saving skills. Anyway, we're going to be walking this direction towards Brighton. That's Brighton Jetty in the distance. Just thought I'd sit down for a minute. Beautiful along here this morning. As you can see, Bailey next to me, he's finding it a little bit warm with his black coat. He needs to get his kilos down a bit, I think. Bailey's getting a little bit heavy for a lab. But I'll just spin you around, have a look. Like, we have such beautiful beaches here in Adelaide. We're spoilt. And they're always relatively quiet as well. As you can see, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, beautiful, 26, 25 degrees, and you don't really have many people on the beach. A few dog walkers, a few people walking. And that sea looks inviting, although not many people are getting in due to this algae bloom thing we have going on in Adelaide. Hopefully that gets fixed up soon. Anyway, we'll continue on with our walk. I'm going to head up, as I said, I'm going to head up that direction up there, and we'll probably sit down, have a coffee maybe, and or a nice coffee, one or the other. Let's go. You ready? He loves chasing his ball, Bailey. Although it's probably a bit hot for him to be running this morning. Give him a little bit of run, try and get some of that weight off him. That's Brighton Jetty ahead there. As I said, it's about 2 k's walk down that way, and yeah, I've done a video down there before. There's lots of cafes and things along there. I've got my favourites that I go to. I used to go to the Esplanade Hotel, which is right facing the jetty, but that's closed for renovations for the next year. So we've had to pick a different one, which I'll show you when we get there. Yeah, I was just saying about this algae. We're still getting fish washed up, which is a real shame. You can see, here's just one example. These beautiful fish are still being washed up. There's not so many of them as there were in the previous weeks, but we're still getting this foamy residue along the seafront here, which is not good. But according to the media reports, seemingly that it's getting better, and it's they've done tests out further, and this algae bloom is supposedly dying off. But we're still getting dead fish, just not as many. As I mentioned, there's the guys that are picking up the dead fish every morning. They're down here with buckets and pickers, so that's why we're not seeing so many dead fish. Obviously a government incentive. It doesn't look good when you got lots of dead fish on the beaches. But yeah, onwards towards Brighton. Look at that water, it's just beautiful. Just makes you want to dive in. It's not bad having this on your doorstep every day. When I remember I lived in Europe, in Ireland, you had to go away, you got this for 2 weeks of the year. Go to Spain or Tenerife or somewhere, but luckily now I have it every single day. Well, most days. We still get our winters here, but most days in South Australia, Adelaide, it's like this. I've almost reached the spot where I come off the beach. So that's Brighton Jetty ahead there. And then you have the little town of Brighton Jetty Road off to the right. That's the Surf Life Saving Tower there, and then opposite that you have the Surf Life Saving club rooms. So we'll head up this way anyway. Time for a cold drink, I think. Go on. This is his favourite drinking spot, Bailey. Nice cold water. I'll shower him on the way back. That's the Brighton Surf Club, as I was talking about. Surf Life Saving Club. It's a nice bar upstairs with nice views of the sea. Nice little playground and barbecue area right next door. And that's the jetty over there. Lots of good fishing spot over there. Some really nice properties along here. These have only recently been built. Beautiful location. Sure they'd cost a pretty penny too. That's the beginning of the jetty over there. Have all their council Christmas decorations up. Anyway, on for a coffee. Cup. It's quite a good menu here. They do everything. With all your hot drinks. They also have some desserts. Let's see there. Prices aren't too bad neither. Reasonable, I suppose, for Australia. Everything's expensive. But, normally have a hot coffee, but today it's a bit too hot for a hot coffee. I just thought I'd go for a bit of a walk along here and show you the shops that's along Brighton. Lots and lots of coffee shops along here. So this is a Saturday, obviously, and it's a lot more busy of a Saturday than your weekdays. Come here, over here. We get Bailey's picture here every year. Up, up. Sit. That's his yearly picture. Good boy. Every year he gets his picture there. So you see lots of little knicky-knack shops all along here. You get nice little gifts for Christmas. Mind you, they're a bit expensive. Now that's new, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a little clothes shop or something. And this is the end of the little run. Last coffee shop down here, Elementary, which is quite nice as well.
And I just gravitated, but Mrs. went through everything.
This is the back streets of Brighton, just off Jetty, a few streets away from Jetty Road. Quite a wealthy area. In fact, that house opposite there is the home of ex-Prime Minister Julia Gillard. So she's got quite a nice road and sea view, as you can see, just at the end of the road there. Quite a nice place to live, some beautiful big houses. Then you also have a mishmash. You got some little units and smaller little blocks too. Summer's definitely begun. Hopefully it keeps up. We've had a very slow start to the summer this year, so hopefully it's the beginning of a long hot summer. Careful of snakes. How do people live in these little houses along here? Tiny little houses. And that's a joke, obviously. Beautiful houses, so much room for a family. Beautiful, beautiful view. This bike has seen a bit of action by the looks of it. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so it'll be a bit rough out there for the you can see all the sailors heading out. They're obviously expecting a bit of wind today. You can see them in the distance. That's the Seacliff Sailing Club. That's the end of the video. I was going to finish it down on the beach, but the battery in the camera ran out, so it was just a quick walk around and show you around Brighton and the walk I do with the dog. So until the next one, see you then. Bye bye.